Rockefeller didn't get rich from oil. That's the lie we've all been told. The real secret? He used a psychological trick so powerful, it still controls Google, Amazon, and Facebook today. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how the US government tried to destroy him and accidentally made him 3 times richer. And by the end of this video, you'll have the exact blueprint these tech giants still follow to dominate your life, without you even realizing it. This is The Wealth Project. Subscribe and follow now to learn the rules the rich play by. This isn't just a business story. This is a masterclass in manipulation, power, and psychological warfare. You're about to learn the 4-phase strategy that turned a 26-year-old bookkeeper into history's first billionaire, and how that same strategy is being used right now on you. We'll break down how he weaponized capitalism, why his downfall made him richer, and how today's biggest companies are copying him move for move. Stick around until the end. I'll reveal the exact moment that flipped his loss into a $400 billion legacy. The man who hated gambling. The year was 1865. The Pennsylvania oil rush was the crypto boom of its day. Thousands of desperate men gambling everything on striking black gold. Most went broke. The lucky few became millionaires overnight. It was pure chaos. But John D. Rockefeller looked at this madness differently. Raised by a con man father who disappeared for months, young John learned to hate uncertainty. As a devout Baptist who recorded every penny, he saw the oil boom's volatility as financial suicide. While thousands gambled on what came out of the ground, this meticulous 26-year-old bookkeeper saw the one certainty everyone missed. No matter who found oil, it all had to be refined into kerosene to be useful. He focused on the bottleneck, the choke point. This mindset, avoiding speculation to control essential processes, became his empire's foundation. So now you understand Rockefeller's first advantage. He thought like a chess master while everyone else played slot machines. But knowing where to focus is useless without execution. What Rockefeller did next was so ruthless, it would rewrite capitalism's rules forever. The weapon, the secret alliance. In 1870, Standard Oil was just one of 26 Cleveland refineries controlling 4% of the market. 2 years later, he controlled 25%. This wasn't achieved through better oil. It was the Cleveland Massacre, starting with a dark secret. Rockefeller formed the South Improvement Company, a shadow cartel with railroads. The deal? Standard Oil got massive secret shipping discounts. But here's the diabolical part, the drawback. Not only did Rockefeller pay less, but railroads paid him kickbacks for every barrel his competitors shipped. He made money from his rivals' own business. With this advantage, Rockefeller offered competitors a choice. Sell your refinery for a fair price or face certain bankruptcy. The psychology was masterful. He offered dignity instead of humiliation. In 6 weeks, he acquired 22 of 26 main competitors. His strategy earned a nickname, the Anaconda. He'd encircle competitors, cutting transport and supply until they surrendered. That's how Rockefeller conquered Cleveland through psychological warfare. But Cleveland was just the beginning. He was about to build something the world had never seen, a machine so powerful, even the US government couldn't stop it. If this strategy has shocked you, imagine how many more are hiding in plain sight. Let me know in the comments, do you think Rockefeller was a genius or a villain? Building the machine. Total domination. By 1880, Standard Oil controlled 90% of American oil refining. This was systematic annihilation through vertical integration. Rockefeller didn't just control refining, he controlled everything. He owned forests for timber, mills for barrels, chemical plants for acid, pipelines when railroads fought back, tanker cars, delivery wagons, even retail stores. Oil never left his control until it reached customers' lamps. This machine was ruthlessly efficient. Refining costs dropped from 2.5 cents to 0.45 cents per gallon. Rockefeller argued his monopoly was a public service. But the public saw a tyrant. The outcry sounds familiar today. Replace Standard Oil with Amazon, and the playbook is identical. Now you see how Rockefeller built his empire through systematic elimination. But here's what most don't know. The government's attempt to destroy this empire would trigger the most shocking twist in business history: the modern connection. Rockefeller wasn't just the first billionaire. He was the first tech mogul. Today's giants use his exact playbook. Amazon uses marketplace dominance to outcompete sellers, like Rockefeller used pipelines to bypass railroads. Google leverages search monopoly to favor its products, exactly like Rockefeller used refining dominance. Facebook bought Instagram and WhatsApp to eliminate competition, just like Rockefeller's acquisitions. The government created the Sherman Antitrust Act specifically to break monopolies like Standard Oil. The battle was the first war between a corporation and nation-state, asking how much power should one entity have. And this brings us to the moment of truth, the government's final move. What happened next will change how you think about wealth and power. Sometimes the ultimate victory comes disguised as defeat. The twist, the breakup that made him richer. In 1911, the Supreme Court declared Standard Oil an illegal monopoly, ordering it broken into 34 companies. The government thought it was killing an empire. Instead, it made Rockefeller the wealthiest man in history. Here's the secret. Rockefeller owned 25% of Standard Oil stock. When dissolved, he got proportional shares in each baby Standard, future Exxon, Mobil, Chevron. The masterstroke nobody saw, freed from monolithic control, these companies competed fiercely. Innovation exploded. Stock prices soared. Within years, the combined value doubled the original company's worth. Rockefeller's fortune jumped from $300 million to $900 million. Over $400 billion in today's economy. The act designed to destroy his wealth perfected it. Here's what will blow your mind. Rockefeller predicted this. In private letters discovered decades later, he wrote that dissolution would prove a blessing in disguise. He understood market psychology better than the Supreme Court. This is why today's tech billionaires aren't afraid of antitrust action. They're studying Rockefeller's playbook. Being too big to fail is nothing compared to being too valuable to destroy. So there's the real secret behind the world's first billionaire. Rockefeller weaponized capitalism, turning competition into a psychological game where he always won. His strategy: control choke points, build secret alliances, eliminate competition systematically, and create something so valuable that even destruction becomes profitable, is the blueprint every modern empire follows. The ultimate lesson: true wealth isn't having money. It's controlling the systems that create money. Sometimes the greatest victory comes when enemies think they've defeated you. But here's something that will blow your mind. Rockefeller's empire wasn't the only one built on this psychological warfare playbook. There are tech titans and modern billionaires using even more sophisticated versions of these exact same tactics right now. Companies you interact with every single day are running psychological operations that make Rockefeller's strategies look like child's play. The scale of control they've achieved would make even the oil baron jealous. Now that you understand how Rockefeller rewired capitalism itself, don't stop here. This was just one blueprint. Your next billion-dollar play is one click away. Keep playing smarter with The Wealth Project. Pick our latest insight or a curated favorite right here on your screen.